Happy holidays. Hope y'all are having a blessed one. Hope y'all are having a blessed one. It is the night before Christmas Eve, and we're on here just to chop it up, do a do pretty much like a recap of what's been going on the past few lives that I've been having, and a recap of the different topics that I've been putting on my Instagram page. Um, been having some really good topics, and we're gonna really dive into them. Um, Once again, happy holidays to all, happy holidays to all. Hope y'all are having a blessed one out there. True indeed, true indeed. Yes, I hope y'all feeling my Christmas tree. This is a black Christmas tree. The first time I've ever brought a black Christmas tree. Me and my daughter, we put it up. I think we did a good job. I think we did a good job. I think we did good. Monica, what's good? What's good? I think we did a good job with the decorations, with the ornaments. Listen, if you guys are in the New York and New Jersey area, I highly suggest you to go to this store. It's called D2 Discount Store. This store is awesome for, like, I don't know if they have them across the country in other states, but I know for sure that they have them in New York, New Jersey. Um, you get all of these different decorations. Um, the prices are a little can be a little steep, but if you stay within your price range, get a few things from there, and then because a lot of the stuff is probably sold out at Target, Walmart, those type of spots. Okay, cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. Share us, and everybody share the page. If you're new to the page, you're just watching just now, subscribe to the page. I have all different types of content on here. Um, and share it. All right. But yeah. So a lot of stores, the Walmart, like Walmart or Target, they didn't have a Christmas tree skirt. So we drove like 20 minutes out towards Jersey City, and we was um, able to find a what's this? Let me view this message. Sup, cuh? Fake name, fake account. Sup? Okay. Yeah. So we was able to find the Christmas tree skirt. So it's awesome. But like I said, this is a black tree. I've never had a black tree before. I ordered it online off of Amazon. I'm digging it. My daughter, she was she was amazed to see it. She's never seen a black tree before. I learned some new things while putting it up. Um, yes, and I have a Chicago White Sox hat on, so I'm kind of like blending with the tree, black fitted, black and white fitted. I swear I didn't set this up. Yeah, so Chicago White Sox, right? Chicago White Sox hat. This is one of the three hats you have to have, bro. Is that Space Marine from Secret Level? I don't know. Yeah, so if when you're from Harlem, you gotta have at least three hats. All right, you gotta have the Chicago White Sox hat, the black and white one, the blue and white Yankee hat, and the royal blue, um, blue and white Los Angeles Dodgers hat. Those are the three hats that you must have if you're from Harlem. All right, so I just gave y'all game. They go with pretty much everything, and I'll give y'all more game as y'all continue to watch the page. All right, what's good, Madison Schubert? Well, shoe shirt. Peace. Happy holidays. Make sure y'all subscribe to the page channel. Listen, man, I'm sorry. The last few episodes, I haven't been going on YouTube Live. I've been using StreamYard. I know better now. StreamYard is not for brothers like myself who is trying to get their page to grow and go to different levels. After the page grows, then I'll go back to StreamYard, and all of you will have like notifications and things of that nature. See, Sebastian Rodriguez, shout out to you, bro. I'm sick, and tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Yo, listen, man. listen, I know, man. This is that time of the year, man. The weather's changing. I don't know what state are you in, Nova N, Nova Nine. What state are you in? Because this weather's been changing. Uh, it's got cold out of nowhere in New Jersey and New York. Like the freaking weather is like 20 degrees. Feel like it's 10. North Carolina. What's the degrees in North Carolina? What is the degrees in North? Before I even get into my topics, you know I gotta chop it up with y'all. It's nothing. It's nothing. Um, what is the degrees in North Carolina? Gotcha. What about a blue Chicago Cubs hat for the? Uh, I could do a blue Chicago Cubs. I think that's me. I can do that. I can definitely freak that. Definitely freak that for sure. For sure. Um, like 25 at night, 40. Yeah, that sounds like a New York some New York weather. 25 at night, 40 at day. Cause in the daytime you got you have the sun to make it a little bit warmer. So yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. Yeah, so it's my first time like really putting up a tree, like kind of by myself. Well, not by myself, but with my daughter. You know, I think we did a good. I just gotta like next time just do a little bit better with the things going around. But I think we did a good job overall. We did a good job overall. I'm happy. As long as she's happy, I'm happy. Yo, thanks a lot, Nova. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, B. Appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe to the page. Make sure you subscribe to the page. A tree is a tree. My God, a tree is a tree. A tree is a tree. That's what I'm talking about. Especially if it's making exactly. As long as my daughter's happy, that is the big picture. That's all. Like London, this is good. Good. Yes, I like it. All right, cool, cool. You know what I'm saying? She's happy. I'm happy. You dig? We had a long day today. Went out, ate. Did some last minute Christmas shopping. Um, you know, put the gifts under the tree tomorrow and everything like that. You know, but yeah, man, I'm blessed, man. God is good. You know, I'm glad to see that y'all are on here so far. We're gonna get into a couple topics, but it's always good to vibe with y'all and see what the levels are. And I can tell that everybody's cold. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Put them, I'm gonna put them under the tree tomorrow. Like tomorrow afternoon. I ain't gonna wait till Christmas morning. You know what I'm saying? To put them under the tree. I'm gonna put them on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, man. Shout out to all of y'all, B. Shout out to all of y'all. Make sure y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the page, man. Nova, I hope you subscribed already, man. Don't be playing around, man. Don't be playing around. So check it out, y'all. Check it out. Check it out. So cool. Salute to you, B. Salute. So Santa don't even wrap mine. He puts them on his couch. All right. So this is what I do, right? I'm done with wrapping gifts, man. I get the gift bag. Put the gift in a gift bag with the what do you call it? Tissue paper. And that's it. That's the new age. Niggas ain't wrapping gifts no more. The stores ain't even wrapping gifts no more. I went to Macy's today to get a gift. Some exactly. I went to Macy's today to get a gift in the cologne section. And I was like, yo, y'all wrap? She was like, no. I said, Shayna, it's okay. Don't worry about it. So yeah, I will be getting some tissue paper tomorrow, putting gifts in gift bags. Boom, call it a day. Too much work. Nobody got time to be folding stuff and taping it up. Nah, B. Chill. Gotta relax. Got to relax. So yeah. So, and they only wrapping paper that have the bad cheap. Yeah, man. Like that wrapping paper, man. That costs money, man. It costs money and time. I got no time for that, man. Nobody got no time for that, B. So yo, check it out. Check it out. So on my platform, we talk about spirituality and how important spirituality is, not only as an individual, you understand what I'm saying, but as a in relationships, you know. Yes, gift bags with tissue paper. That's all your little cuz gets. He's too old for that. Facts. Yeah. So yeah. So we talk about spirituality, how important it is. You know what I mean, to have it, for yourself, but it's also important to have spirituality in, your relationship. Because it's good. It's a good foundation for your relationship. It builds morals. It builds standards. You know, it builds your conscience in a relationship. You know, a lot of times when when I mean by spirituality, I mean like it's good to align yourself with a woman or a man, depending on who you are, who is aligned with your spirituality on aligned on the level that you are with spirituality, so you guys can connect on another level other than, oh, she's pretty, she looks good, she has a good job. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, like religion. Now, if you don't have a religion, then it's good to have some type of spiritual guidance, whatever that is. You understand what I'm saying? So if you have some type of spiritual guidance, then it's good to be able to conversate or build. Okay, cool. You're a Christian. So I would advise you to date a Christian or a woman who wants to be a Christian. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know this lady at my job, she is a Muslim. I think she's no, I think she says she's a Muslim or a Christian or something like that. But her husband is Muslim. That's what it is. Okay, so she's a Christian, right? And she's African. And her husband is Muslim. So she doesn't mind her kids being raised as Muslims. Do you understand what I'm saying? So sometimes, you might meet somebody who's might not have the same religion as you. Depending on where you're at spiritually, that's up to you. But as long as you and your mate have some type of alignment when it comes to believing in God and having morals and respecting each other, I think that's the big picture. Me personally, I would love for my wife to be Christian. I don't know what type of experience I would have if I was to date a woman who was Muslim or Catholic. Like, I don't know what that would look like. So that's why you find a lot of brothers, you know, they meet they try to meet their woman either in church, or they try to meet their woman in somewhere like their job place or wherever. Moreover, they converse on a level of, hey, listen, these are questions you have to ask when you're dating a woman in the beginning stages. Two different things, hard to yes, man. Like, yo, I don't know how she does it. Like I said, she's African. So you have different levels of the Muslim faith in Africa, and you have different levels of Christianity in Africa. I'm gonna bring her on a platform one day. She's an awesome, beautiful young lady. Beautiful young lady. She made me some food during Thanksgiving, some fish and some I think it's called fulaf, some type of rice. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. But I'm gonna have her on the platform sometime to discuss more about that, her experience with that. But in the African culture, there's different levels of Muslim faith. Like, you have some Muslims that believe in having multiple wives and things of that nature. Whole nother conversation. A whole nother conversation. All right. Moreover, yes, it's these are conversations you're supposed to have with a woman when you first meet them. Sometimes, you meet them and you ask them these questions and you let it blow over. You don't even address it really. You just act like it's really nothing. But it's gonna it's gonna these type of situations, they're gonna pop up again. They're gonna not, I'm not gonna say situations, but something's gonna pop up in a relationship down the line where you're gonna have to rely on your religion, or you're gonna be concerned about what religion is she gonna follow, or what religion is he gonna follow. You understand what I'm saying? But who wants to go to church, by themselves, and their wife or their husband is at home? You understand what I'm saying? If you're reading a Bible, or you're reading whatever literature that you're reading for your faith, you would like to be able to read that with that person, so you can be able to build, so you can be able to build with them spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? Because you build with them spiritually, then you have kids, then y'all can sit down together and talk about, spirituality. And yeah, I'm in high school. Yeah, I'm in high school right now. I'm looking for something. I'm 16, but I'm just waiting for God to lead me on this path for me. Okay, so are you a man or a woman? I'm sorry. Are you a male or a female? You said you're 16. Amen. Yeah, I'm glad I'm able to have this conversation with you. Make sure, listen, follow my page. It's Big Picture Media Harlem. That's my Instagram page. Okay, follow my page, young brother, so you can also see some of the other brief content that I have on there. And you're in North Carolina. That's what's up. So yeah, so it's important for us, especially black men, to find your faith. You understand what I'm saying? Find your faith. Find where you want to be spiritually, because when you have children, when you get married, you have to be the leader of this household. You have to be the leader of your household. You have to make sound decisions for your household. You have to be an example. You have to be a leader. You have to be the one sometimes who prays for the family, leads the family in prayer, teach somebody in the family how to pray, these type of things. So it's important for us to be spiritually grounded. I really think that it's underrated. A lot of us get distracted. I got distracted. What's good, King? What's good? Happy holidays, man. What's good? You know what I'm saying? I got distracted. I got distracted, you know, um, maybe, around 2019 ish, because that's when people wasn't really going to church. So I kind of like was like on some like, you know, how can I force someone to go to church if ain't nobody going to church? Or not force somebody, but how can I try to have someone go to church and I'm not even really going because it's COVID? Or you could watch church from your cell phone or whatever the case is. You understand what I'm saying? Sorry to interrupt. What's your Instagram? My Instagram is Big Picture Media Harlem. I'm gonna put it in the chat so you can follow it. And it's no problem, man. You could interrupt me anytime we're on this. I'm gonna be on here for a good while tonight because I'm actually off tomorrow. So we're gonna rock out. We're gonna rock out tonight, and we're gonna get to it. But I'm gonna go into the chat and put it in my. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so it's at Big Picture Media Harlem. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Cool. You found it. Awesome. Awesome. I'm gonna pin it in the pin message. Okay. So I pinned it. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna also pin my Cash App. So if any of you guys at any given moment want to donate to my Cash App, you know, feel free to do that. Okay? But I'm gonna try to do it from my own page so you guys can see it. And then we're gonna get back into these topics. Peace, everybody. Peace. Hope y'all are having a blessed evening. Happy holidays. I hope you guys see what the topic is tonight before you came on the page. Um, we're gonna be doing some building tonight. All right. But like I said, let me put the Cash App on here. That way, if you guys, want to donate, if you find it in your heart to donate, then you can do it. All right? Cool. So let's see if replace pin message. Wow. Okay. I think I was able to pin it. All right. Cool. So with that being said, all right, spirituality is very important. It's very important. So last week, I put a post up on the Instagram page, and it was a young lady speaking about how important it is to be aligned with God in your relationships with, your spouse, whomever. So it was really good to hear a woman say it, and a Black woman at that. I'm gonna play it for you guys right now, so you guys can see it for yourself. Okay, 1 second.
This is what I think. Most women are so bought into the vision of marriage that they never really consider what it means to be a wife. So then when they get into marriage and now they are a wife, they hate the role because they don't know what it is. And most times, because in society, they make you feel like you need to get married and start a family, they choose the person that they like the most. Maybe even they love the most in that moment. But marriage is not something that should be based inside of, I like this person enough. They were persistent enough. They were romantic enough. Marriage, to make it in the long haul, has to be rooted in something real, like God, purpose, and alignment, similar core values. And so if you don't have that, a man really doesn't want to get married, but if he does get married and it's not rooted in the right things, she will leave. So a woman is leaving if she's doing wrong partner choice, and if the man is doing wrong partner choice. If we're doing wrong partner choice, then you shouldn't want to get married. Right. But you should absolutely want to get married if you are aligned with someone rooted in God, rooted in your purpose, and submitted to the mission of alignment for your life, in my personal opinion.
Okay, so there you have it. Alignment is more than just, we want to have a baby. When are we going to have a baby? When are we going to get married? How good you look, how good she looks. It's more than that. It's way more than that. You understand what I'm saying? Alignment has, I was watching, shout out to Dame Dash. I was watching his interview yesterday that he had on Cam Facts, that he had on Cam Capone News on that platform yesterday. And one of the things he said was one of the things that why him and Aaliyah, rest in peace, was they vibed so well together. One of the reasons why was they had both read this book called The Seed of the Soul. I've never read that book before, but moreover, that just sounds like a book that pretty much breaks down what your purpose is. It kind of makes you dig deep down into what your purpose is and what your where do you see how do you see yourself spiritually, right? So he was just saying like that helped his conversation that he had with her. Like it benefited their conversation. It wasn't just a conversation, the average, Hollywood celebrity couple conversation. So it's important. I mean, it's important that, you read with your partner. You do different things that's going to take your relationship to the next level. Because that's the joy. That's when you really find joy in a relationship, because now you can converse with your woman or your man and you can just, fill in those blanks. And I feel like that's when you're the most that's when your guard is let down the most, when you're able to have those type of conversations. You're able to tap into your past trauma, whatever you've been through, your whatever your fears are, whatever your doubts are. Like, we have to get rid of this thing like, oh, I want the baddest chick on the block, or I want the baddest chick or whatever. I want a chick to look better than my last chick. Like this, like we gotta get out of this whole get rid of that narrative. Yeah, we all want a pretty woman, a woman that's attractive. Yes, it makes sense, right? Moreover, we have to make sure that we're dealing with women who want to grow with us spiritually, because that is in alignment to where you want to be, how you want your spirit to mature, how you want to mature as a man, how you want to mature as a woman, and then you're raising kids together. You understand what I'm saying? It's so important, right? Because now you have these different, these what do you want to call it? These videos that come out that talk about, oh, my husband paid my mortgage this month. Yeah, see what I'm saying? And you don't have no backstories of these type of conversations. You just have people posting these different things, you know what I'm saying, that can kind of distract people from what their purpose is. So we have to be careful what we watch on social media, what we watch on TV, and focus on our own purpose. Like it's just so important. I see it all the time, and it just really like kind of irks me, because it's like like, say for instance, right? You see all of those black couples that's on there saying, "Oh, uh, babe, I forgot to pay my mortgage. Babe, I forgot to pay my mortgage." And the husband's like, "Yeah, it's okay, babe, but you never pay the mortgage. You never pay the mortgage." Right? So everybody's praising these couples. Oh, yeah, this, that, and the third. Look, see this black man out there who paid a mortgage and this, that, and the third. But trust me, if there was a white man who said, when that wife said, "Listen, babe, I can't pay the mortgage," and a white man was like, "Why you ain't pay the mortgage this month? Like, I told you about, your spending habits. We've been seeing somebody about your spending habits. You didn't have to go to brunch last week. You didn't have to go to, you didn't have to go to, you could have missed the Sismas. You could have, there's things you could have done to save your money." If there was a white man that said that, trust me, that man would not have been scrutinized. People would have been looking at that couple as, wow, look at that brave white man trying to lead his woman to be a better person and to save her money. But if that was a black man who said that to his wife, he would have got put on the cross. He'd have got scrutinized. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to look really, really deep. When we're looking at social media, we have to really not just think twice, but look at it from both sides, from this side and from that side. Like how would people think if this person was from another race? You understand what I'm saying? Like, we have to really, really look at things that way, because I think if we take the time to say, hey, listen, if they can get away with something, I can get away with it too. And it's not about getting away; it's about standing your ground and focusing on your purpose. I really think I was meant to see this, because I'm trying to find a partner, and it has been bad, getting cheated on, girls losing feelings, and I'm a old heart. Treat a girl good, chivalry. Wow. Let me take a picture of this, bro. I got you, champion. I got you. I really think I'm meant to see this, because I'm trying to find a partner, and it has been bad, getting cheated on, girls losing feeling, and I'm a old heart. Treat a girl good, chivalry. And I think that I needed to see that. Yeah, listen, man. Listen. I've been cheated on too, bro. I've been cheated on too. Everybody gets cheated on. Men get cheated on. Women get cheated on. But see, this is what I'm trying to say. You heard what the woman said in the video just now. She said there are women out there and men out there, right, who are dating for the wrong purpose. They're marrying for the wrong purpose. Oh, he's romantic, and he's this, and he makes me smile, and he pays my mortgage every month. Don't lead with, listen, you're a Christian, lead with, I want to date a Christian woman. So you look for a Christian woman. I'm not saying Christian women don't cheat. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that you want to be with a woman that can help you grow as a person. Just like a woman wants to be with a man who wants a man to help them grow as a person. That way, when you leave the relationship, you feel like you learned something about yourself. You feel like you've grown. You don't feel like you haven't upgraded. You understand what I'm saying? You have to feel like when you're in a relationship, you have to feel like you're getting upgraded. That way, if the relationship ends on a bad note, then you can say, hey, listen, she helped me get to this level. I helped her get to that level, whatever the case is. And that's that. That's that. Every relationships are always either for a reason or a season. That's it. Some women, you supposed listen, there's times where you can probably be with a woman so you ain't with the other woman to keep you off the streets. Because Lord knows if you was on the streets doing what you're doing, you'll probably end up worse. So sometimes, yeah, sometimes if you're gonna be with a woman and you with her for 3-4 years and it don't get you where you want to go, whatever the case is, look at that as like, all right, listen, listen, you was probably with her for a reason because you will probably be doing something else out there that you need to be doing. Yeah, I try to find a partner that follows the same rules as me, and I did, but I don't feel like people realize they don't want a relationship until they are in one, and then you have to hurt someone. Let me read that again. Yeah, I try to find a partner that follows the same rules. Okay, these are not rules. Let's get out. This is not about rules. Okay, we have to get away from these words that we use, not just in religion, but in what's the word? What's the term I'm looking for? Not just religious, but in walks of faith. The word rules, the word submission, and we can use the C word, control. Exactly. Exactly. You feel me? Path. She wasn't on the same path as me. So we have to. It's about wording because this is why a lot of females, a lot of women run away from men who want to be in relationships that are built off a foundation of spirituality and religion, right? Because what are some of the words that we hear a lot in religion, right? We hear submission. We might hear like head of household. Those are the two words, you know, that you might hear, right? So we got to get rid of those words because not get rid of them, but use them different ways. We got to use them different ways because it takes a lot of spiritual maturity to be able to accept those words in those manners. Because yeah, there's probably relationships out there that are 30 dominant. Yes. Yo, we could go on. There's so many words that people use that they're not ready for. Some women aren't ready to hear those words. It scares them away. It scares them away. So we want to, kind of lead with example or power. I have the power in this relationship, right? So this is why I say, when you have these, and this is for the woman too. This is for the woman too. Like all of these women out here, they can't wait to meet a man who's gonna pay all their bills, right? They don't know. Moreover, they don't know what's in store for them. They have no idea what's in store for them. Like I've spoken to a few women this week, and the few women that I spoke to, they felt like it was like, yo, I don't want no man paying all my bills, and I get it. I understand that because like what like how like where's your morals at? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, why would you, it gives you no power in a relationship because you know what's going to happen? When decisions need to be made in the house, That man can possibly look at you and be like, yo, you don't pay no bills in this house. Why are you your decision, your vote doesn't matter. Your vote doesn't matter. So that's why it's important for, that's why when we say, hey, listen, 50-50 or whatever the case is, there is no 50. Okay, listen, if you're paying the rent in the house, right? And the woman is paying for food and let's say hypothetically the light, food can easily cost between $600 and $800 a month in your household. So we're talking about food, we're talking about maybe light or Wi-Fi. That's already about $800 right there. Now we're talking about a bill, and we're talking about labor, which is her cooking. You understand what I'm saying? So a bill plus labor, okay, that could be easily worth a man just covering the mortgage. Because, and what does that come up to? That's about a good 65-35, low key. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times a mortgage will probably be like 2,200 or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to stop getting caught up into what society, the whole 50-50 thing, or whatever the case is. Like, it's never, when you're thinking as a team and you're thinking as a unit, you understand what I'm saying? Especially if you're going to be head of the household. If you're the head of the household, then what does it say? Heavy is the what's that term? Heavy is something that wears the crown, or heavy is the shoulder, something like that. I'm about to Google that right now because we talking that talk. We talking that talk. Like a lot of us brothers, we want the position, but we don't want to, play the role. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like being a captain of a basketball team. If you captain of the basketball team and low, you can tell them. You know what I'm saying? Captain of the basketball team, is responsibilities that you got to take. You might have to practice more. You might have to work more. You might have to bring more to the table if you want to be head of that basketball team, captain of the basketball team, leader of the basketball team. You understand what I'm saying? Heavy is the crown quote. Okay, the quote, heavy lies the crown, is a misquotation of the line, uneasy lies the head that wears a crown, from so and so. The original line is used to express the difficulty of, wow, okay, so the original line is used to express the difficulty of being a king and the burden of the responsibilities that come with the role. Wow, this is deep. The quote is often used to discuss the challenges and difficulties of leadership. It has become popular and has been used in other plays, films, and TV shows. Okay, here it goes. Heavy is the crown, and yet she wears it as if it were a feather. She is you, a warrior. Okay, so obviously this is for women who, okay, here goes the saying. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Okay? All right? So, if you want to wear the crown in the house, you want to be the king or whatever the case is, come with responsibility, come with roles. Heavy is having a load to carry. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. You understand what I'm saying? But if you carry that load and you got a woman that's there, bro, that's doing her position as a nurturer, rubbing your back, rubbing your feet, you know what I'm saying? Talking to you nice, rubbing your beard, whatever the case is, rubbing your baldy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's that weight is worth having when you got somebody like that. You understand what I'm saying? And listen, man, my platform is about growth, man. There's too much negativity going on out there in the world, in our lives, and we cannot be feeding it with our time or our energy. We have to start putting more energy into what is going to help us eternally. eternally. Okay? So, like I tell you guys, I read this book called The Slight Edge. I highly recommend it for you. You know, one of the things in that book, it says to read 10 pages a day. Find a good book and read 10 pages of that book a day. The average good book is about 240 to 250 pages. If you read 10 pages every day, not even every day, if you read 10 pages 25 days out of that month, you're going to get through that book. 12 months in a year, that means at the end of the year, you should have read at least 12 to 13 books, give or take. Right? Each book you read, like I said before, highlight things that stick out in that book. Highlight things that stick out. Out of everything that you highlight, take quotes, take different passages from that book that stick out, put them in your phone, in your notes, write them down. Write them down. That way you can go back to them every now and then and you can refresh your memory. You can recharge your battery, the motivational battery. That way every day you can just look at them. You can just look at them. You understand what I'm saying? And you can keep yourself. It's like I said, there's so much going out there. You understand what I'm saying? And you'll be able to stay sucker free. You'll be able to not focus on what's going on out there in the world or what's going on in our lives that's meant to distract us. Too many distractions. So now I'm reading this book called my daughter's too much. I'm reading this book called the Rich Paul book. Okay? And Rich Paul is the agent for LeBron James. So I'm more than halfway through this book and it's just getting really, really good. And I can't wait to get through that book so I can start this Young Jeezy book and, finish that and move on. But yeah, we have to be more aware of our spirituality. I just joined a church about a few weeks ago called Elmwood Presbyterian Church out here in East Orange, New Jersey, and I'm really happy I joined it, because the pastor, she's really good. Every time I hear a word, see a word, see her speak, I get a good word from it, and it sticks with me, and the people in the church, they're very friendly. You just feel like you're at home. So I advise you, like whatever, in North Carolina, you out there, find yourself a home church that you can go to and it feels like home. Like it doesn't feel forced. You can actually catch her. They stream on YouTube every Sunday. It's called Elmwood Presbyterian Church. Okay? And you can also, yeah, man. Yeah, always good to hear from someone else. Yeah, man, definitely stream her services, man. Hit my DM if you can't find it, and I'll send you the link, bro, and you can tap in. And she's young too. She's like one of those young elders. I mean, she's a reverend. She's one of those young reverends, man. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe in her late 30s or something like that, or mid-40s, probably her mid-40s. But she looks young, like she's, very energetic, plays basketball. You understand what I'm saying? Like, one time I went to that church, bro, she had a hoodie on preaching. And I was like, wow, that's deep. Like, I've never seen a pastor with a hoodie on. It must have been hoodie Sundays or something like that. But I was amazed. I was like, wow. And she still did her thing. She was still able to, come across and get her message across. And that was major. Shout out to my brother for putting me on to that church, man. Him and his family go there, But, yeah, man. It's important for us to find that spiritual connection in the woman that we are with. It will take your relationship to the next level. Trust me. Because when you're dealing with a woman who is invested in spirituality and growth, as an individual and in a relationship, it's not that she will lose herself, but she won't feel like you won't feel like she's selfish. A lot of times we can be selfish in relationships. You understand what I'm saying? And her being able to cater to you, her being able to be um to follow you, right? It won't feel abnormal. It won't feel like a strain. She won't be strained. She'll be like, yo, like he's leading me down the right path. Like I can follow my man. I can follow him. I can follow his lead. Every woman wants a man they can follow, yo. Like I don't care how successful they are. Every woman wants a man that they can follow. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're the head of the household, every woman wants a man that they can follow and say, yo, like, I believe that he is giving me good information. I believe that he has the family's best interest. Like, so, yo, alignment. Alignment is it, bro. I'm telling you. Help you be your best in your own. Yeah, help you be your best. And this is what, yo, you a young brother, but you, like you said, you have an old heart. You have an old soul. So yes, you want a woman when she see you slacking, bro. She like, oh nah, listen, go to this scripture right here. The pastor spoke about this 2 weeks ago. Or she can call you in the middle of the day and be like, yo, babe, listen, yo, I just had this vision, or, you know, I read this scripture, whatever the case is. Or whenever she feels like, whenever you feel like you're going through something, she can pray for you, bro. She's like, yo, babe, come in. Let's get this oil. Pray for you. Like, do you know like the how much that means in a relationship when your woman could pray for you? Like, I don't think you understand. Like if you're sick, you're going through something, you're going through something at your job, you know, could open up the Bible and be like, yo, babe, look, let's sit down. We gonna read the Bible tonight, or we gonna read this tonight, or we gonna watch a movie. For like that's a different type of love, yo. Pick you up and help yourself and hit facts and help her, yes. And then you can do the same for her. And when you're doing the same for her, it will be more acceptive to her. And she won't feel like you trying to control her or trying to ridicule her or trying to make her feel less than what she is. It's like, yo, nah, this dude is here to help me become a better person. It's real talk, man. Shout out to the Black Tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, very underrated, man. A lot of times we get lost in these relationships, man. Like, it happens, B. It happens. It happens. Sometimes we get lost in these relationships, not knowing which way we want to go. Boom. I'm telling you, bro, find God. Find God in yourself. Find him in yourself. And, like, it's okay. You're not perfect. Don't stop thinking, oh, and if I'm going to be a Christian, if I'm going to go to church, I got to be perfect. I got to be this. Nah. Mm-mm. Everything is a work in progress. You know, Jesus wasn't married. He wasn't married. And then when you have kids, it's just a normal thing. And then they learn, yeah, man, it's a normal thing. It's second nature. You can sit down with her. You can sit down with your kids and y'all can build. And you know what's the illest part about that, B? When your kids are able to remind you about what you taught them. That's it. When your kids are able to talk to you and say, hey, Dad, remember you told me this, that, and the third. When your kids are able to teach you stuff that you taught, not teach you, but say things to you or recite things to you that you taught them or reteach you just in case you forgot, that's phenomenal. You got good, you got great, and then you got phenomenal. Phenomenal is when you're able to help somebody. Anybody can be good. Anybody can be good at something. Anybody can be great. You understand what I'm saying? But when you're able to help somebody, then that's phenomenal. Yes, they can remind you. They can remind you, hey dad, remember you taught us this? All right, I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna go another route with this. I was taught how to pray, right? I was taught how to pray at I'm not gonna say a young age, maybe about 16, 17 years old, right? So when I pray to God for certain things, right? I remind God of what He said, right? And this is how you have to remind Him, like, hey, Dad. Well, I don't say, hey, Dad. I say, listen, God, you said that if I ask for anything, you would do it. You understand what I'm saying? You also said if two or more is gathered, in your if two or more are gathered, then you are present, that you were there. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, you have to talk to you talk to God like you remind him, just like the kids will remind you or remind us. You remind God, and God. Oh snap! Well, you know what? I did say that. I did say if you come to me and you pray to me, that I'm going to do it. So, but it's how you do it though. It's how you come to Him. This is what I'm trying to say. Spirituality is so important. It's how you come to Him. You come to Him like sincere. You come to Him. I want to say it with authority, but I'm gonna stick with sincere, because you don't come to your father and say, "Yo, Dad, remember you said you was going. Remember you said you was going to give me $50." I'm not going to God like that. You said you was going to give me allowance every week. Nah, that's authority. That's a little too much authority. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. You be sincere, and that's how you speak to God, and that's how your kids will speak to you. Like, hey, Dad, remember you said, you know. So now you got kids now, right? And your kids, you supposed to be giving your kids something, you know. Yes, if we come to Him with fellowship, yes, two or more gathered, then He is. Let me get that verse. Let me get that verse. Okay. If two or more. Okay, here we go. So the scripture says, this is Matthew 18:20. If two or more are gathered in my name, is a phrase from the Bible, specifically Matthew 18:20, which means that when two or more people come together in the Spirit of Jesus Christ, representing His teachings and authority, Jesus is present with them. Okay? So that is, let me see. Yeah. For where there are two or three are gathered. Okay, here we go. So for where two or three are gathered together in my name, I am there in the midst of them. That is the scripture. Okay? For where two or three are gathered together in my name, I am there in the midst of them. So this can be, you can be praying with your wife, you could be praying with your kids, and you are all on one accord. You both believe, this is important, man. This is important, and like I said, I'm not perfect. I know you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But we listen, man. We have to start thinking and living an eternal lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because, come to Him with fellowship. Listen, Father. Yeah. Yeah. We gotta start living an eternal lifestyle, man. Because it's only gonna give us a better relationship with the people that we are around. You understand what I'm saying? And we'll be able to learn from them. I want to be able to learn from the beautiful people that are in my presence. And we have to choose wisely who we have in our presence. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you make certain decisions in your life, like joining the church or taking different jobs or whatever it is, you start to really think twice about who you keep in your presence. You take some real accountability for that. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of it has to do with relationships too. You think twice about who you want to have a relationship with. It becomes a priority. It becomes sometimes we don't be have like the priorities be crazy that people have in relationships, bro. He's like, oh, he gotta make six figures, or he gotta make this, he gotta be doing this. Like telling you, man, it would save you a lot of time, a lot of headache if you really like know where you want to be spiritually. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to come off as no preacher, not like that. I'm just saying, like, I'm just speaking from words of experience, and what I see what's going on in the world, especially with social media and people that surround me. So I'm just keeping it a stat. Corinthians 12 and 9, he has said to me, my grace. Wow, you looking at Corinthians 12 and 9. He has said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, I will rather I think he's saying glorify in my weaknesses, that power of Christ may rest on. Wow, that's deep. I'm gonna take a picture of this one. This is good. Yo, man, I appreciate you, Nova. You talking that talk, man. And this is what my platform is about. It's not only about me giving y'all information and me teaching y'all, or giving you guys my walk and my experience that I have or whatever. It's about y'all giving it back, giving it to me also. You understand what I'm saying? Information. We have to exchange information in order for us to grow as individuals. You understand what I'm saying? Like, my platform is just not for me to tell y'all things and give y'all information. It's about y'all giving me information too, so I can become a better person. You understand what I'm saying? So I can relate different information to my daughters, so they can be better, so they can grow up to be queens, better women and queens, and just live right. Yeah, man. Yeah. This is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about, King. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Real talk. I just took a picture of what you just said, that scripture just now. Now I'm going to read that and study that scripture right there for the next couple days. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what we doing, man? What we doing? But, so yeah. So, like I said, align yourself. Listen, if you want to call in, let me see something real quick. Let me pause this for a second. All right, cool. I'm back. If you want to call in, the number is 917-376-1068. If you want to call in, Nova, feel free to call in 917-376-1068, and we can chop it up. Okay? Yeah. Good information. Make sure everybody that's coming to the page, make sure y'all subscribe to the page. We're having an awesome conversation tonight about spirituality, about how important it is in relationships, how, if that's a foundation in your relationship, how good your relationship can go. You understand what I'm saying? How much your woman will love to go down the same path, or not follow, but be on the same path as you, when you both are aligned. And anytime it's like 11:30 p.m. right now, and the fam is asleep. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. So don't worry about it. Just continue with this. Continue to, chat through. Ooh, excuse me. Continue to chat through the YouTube. But yes, so we're having an awesome conversation, right? So what other topics did I have? I feel like I had another topic on here. We touched on spirituality. We touched on the mortgage conversation. Can't pay my mortgage. Um, Being single is expensive. Dual income households are the real cheat code. You know, listen, people who are in relationships to just people who are in relationships just so they can uh, not pay full rent or have to experience being on their own, that's not good. That's not good, man. You know, what I can say though is that when you are in a relationship, when you are married, yes, it is much easier. It is way easier. Because you're working as a team, right? So yes, I wouldn't call it a cheat code. I just call you just listen. You want to make the right decision, and either marry somebody, because I don't feel that you should be. Me personally, I feel that you should not live with a woman if you are not married to her. That is my take on that. When people live with people or they not married to them, it can be a recipe for disaster, because if you take the proper steps to marry someone, you're pretty much you're locked in. You're supposed to be locked in when you get married, because now we're talking things are in your last name. Things are in your last name. Um, like say for instance, if you guys buy a house together, you know, the house it's y'all. It's a house owned by the couple, the by two individuals, right? Everything is in the last name. Put it like that. When you're just moving in with somebody and you just dating them, like that relationship could be over in a heartbeat. Look, you done invested, you done paid for this, you done brought TVs, you done brought couches, you brought all these different things that you done brought, let alone paid probably half the rent, or all the girls' rent for all we know, and you lose everything. You lose everything. You have nothing to show for. You have nothing to show for. So this is why it's important to, um, I feel like, listen, wait till you get married to move in with somebody. Like that's just my take on it. You know, when you're ready to move in with that person, you should be married. You should be like, hey, listen, you know, buy a house together. It's different things. It saves a lot of headache. So it saves you a lot of headaches. Um, you can respect each other's space. You know, because you learn to miss that person when they have their own space. You have your own space. You know, lock in before you clock in. Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, lock in before you clock in. Like, you learn to miss that person, and then you start to really understand the value of that person. Then you start to say, like, I can't live without this person. Like, I want to wake up to her every day, or I want to wake up to him every day. Like, it's not that you don't want to be with them every day. You start to realize how much you want to be with that person, and you honor it. You look at it from a standpoint like, I love this person. I honor this person. Like, I want this person to be in my life. How can we align? What type of alignment do we need where we can be married? What type of alignment do we need so we can be married? Not what type of alignment do we need so we can move in together. Because all you need is pay a couple of dollars. Anybody can pay a couple of dollars and move in with somebody. Like, you gotta be wise, man. You gotta be wise because a lot of times people move in and the agendas be twisted, bro. The agendas be twisted. You got women letting dudes stay with them. They ain't paying no rent, ain't paying nothing. You understand what I'm saying? They look up 2 years down the line, niggas still ain't paying nothing. It's like, yo, why you let this nigga move in? Oh, because I loved him. I want him around me. Okay, well, now what? You understand what I'm saying? Like you got to, what is aligning you with this person that, you know, okay, if you want to marry them, look for the alignment. You align it, and then you say, oh, listen, yo, I love this person. I want to be around this person. You get married, now you can say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Everything we said we was gonna do, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this house, we're gonna get this car, we're gonna get this business. You know, that's another thing. When you marry somebody, have some type of financial vision. I think a lot of times people get into marriages and don't have, you have to know she wants you around. Yeah. Yes. A lot of times people get into these relationships and move in and they moving in just off of emotions because they just want to be around the person. Marriage isn't like, oh, I married her because I wanted to be around him all the time. That's why these niggas be moving in a heartbeat. You marry somebody because you want to be with them for the rest of your life. That's why you marry somebody. You don't marry somebody to say, oh, I just want to be around them. Because that's why these people moving in together in a heartbeat. Oh, I just want to be around him. Or I just want to be around her all the time. I want to be able to sleep with her all the time. I want to be able to, nah. You It's got the game twisted. Listen, and we all have made this mistake. Not all of y'all, but plenty of people have made these, and they're not mistakes, they're lessons. And we listen, it's never too late to get your life together. That's another thing. Don't let nobody make you feel like, oh, just because you've been doing something for so long, you can't get yourself out of it and start living the right way or the way that you want to live, the correct way. Because there's people out there that say, oh, you've been doing this for 5 years. Why change up now? You don't need them around. Either you don't need them around you, or you better tell them, look them right in their eye. And like my boy Vito Gotti used to say, look me right here in this eye right here and listen to what I'm saying. Look me right in my left eye. You understand what I'm saying? So don't let nobody ever make you feel like, oh, just because you've been doing something for so long, whatever the case is, that you can't make yourself right or turn yourself into the kind of person that wants to make a change in your life for the betterment of yourself. And it might better the situation, but that person can't see that far down. They can't see that far down the road because they so focused on what's going on right now and what's going on with them emotionally right now. Falling for the devil's conception. Yeah, man. People be too focused on what's going on right now, what their present emotions are. So, yeah, man, wait till you get married to move in. Follow the steps. Follow these proper steps. People moving in together for the wrong reasons. Next thing you know, it's domestic violence going on. Babies is being born. Like all type of stuff is going on. That's why this world is crazy now, man. We need some type of order. Or maybe I shouldn't say order. Because when people hear order, they just they unsubscribe. You understand what I'm saying? But we need order is good. Order, we all need some type of order. Maybe by the next pod we'll come up with a different word than order. Because, certain words, I feel like certain words trigger people the wrong way when they're not, not thinking the right way, but when they're not, when they have a different perspective. My perspective of life might be different from yours. So some words that I may say might trigger someone else the wrong way. We need God in a better, yeah, like government. Listen, man, God controls the government. Okay? I don't let the government control how I think, how I move, how I act, or whatever. Like, it is what it is. This is why we have to live an eternal lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? What's going on January 5th is that, oh, hold up. Is Trump getting sworn in January 5th? Oh, well, that's that. Cheers to that. Yeah, man. It's going down. Hey, listen, man, you got to pray. You got to pray, man. You got to pray. You don't know, listen, what makes you feel like all right, just because Trump is going into office, right? Maybe Kamala wouldn't have done a better job than him. You gotta think of it like that way. Just because you voted for Kamala, or certain people voted for Kamala, and she didn't win, don't never question God. Never question him. All right? If God did not want, oh, you like Trump? Okay, good, good. Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, God controls everything. If He want everything, yes, everything happens for a reason, man. Everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Kamala wasn't ready for office. Maybe she wasn't ready. So if she really wants to go be in office, she got 4 years to practice and convince the people that she deserves to be in office. One of the things I would hope she would do is get out and talk to the people and do things in these communities, because that whole time she was vice president, we ain't see her. She was missing in action, and I think that was the biggest thing. Like, everybody loved her because she was a black woman, vice president, all this other kind of stuff. But and then when it's time for you to run for president, nobody really know who you are. Everybody knows who Trump is. Everybody knows who Trump is, whether it's for good reasons or bad reasons. Everybody knows who Trump is. So she has to put her face out there more, man. That's one thing I know about, media, and one thing I know about being a successful person in corporate America, or being successful in any business that you run. Let's not even say run, but any type of organization, any type of situation that you're trying to be successful in. You have to show face. You cannot hide behind a book. You can't hide behind a person. You can't hide behind a wall, or you can't hide behind your title. And I think she hid behind her title a little bit too good. She was too good at it. She was too good at it, respectfully. You got to put your face out there, man. And I hope that if she's going to run again, I hope that she gets her face out some way, somehow. I don't know. Just figure it out. Don't wait until 4 years come by. 4 years go by, and now you just pop up out of nowhere when you want to run for president. Like, you gotta make your face seen, your voice be heard. Romans 8:28, which says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Amen, man. You talking that talk, B? You talking that talk? You are talking that talk. Listen, I hope when Trump get in office, he needs to change the I don't know if the right term is the Constitution, but whatever law they have for child support, he needs to change. He needs to change the laws and the guidelines for child support. I feel that child support, whoever wrote those the law for that, or whatever you want to call it, that needs to be revisited, because I just think it's not good for our country. It's not good for our country. You know? They did not have to pay. Who's they? Who's they did not have to pay child? Who is this? Who's they? Are we talking about Trump? Who are we talking about? What are we talking about? Because a lot of brothers out there who are, I don't know. I just feel like that system is a little bit, isn't put together properly. These said people who wrote the law for child, yeah, exactly. The people who wrote the law for child support don't pay it. Yeah, I think there needs to be some research in that. If I was to ever meet Trump, and this is the crazy part about it. This is the crazy part about it. If I was to have a conversation with Kamala about child support, I have a funny feeling she would probably like brush me off, like, oh, that's something, But I feel like if I had a conversation with Trump about that, I honestly feel, my gut, I honestly feel that he would be like, yo, you know what? I've always wanted to look into that, and they need to change the law. They need to really change the law on that. Like, there needs to be some guidelines when it comes to that, and really have like a really panel conversation, with a group of individuals, and see how they can administer a different situation with that, because I think it's meant to really, I don't want to say cripple demand, but it's I don't think it's meant to balance the the parenting of the child. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more research. I have to do some more research on it. It's just that that's been on my heart. It's been on my heart, and I want to use my platform to create balance and talk about things that I feel aren't right. Yeah, and very controversial topic. What do you think about the abortion law? Yeah. So we got child support. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in my notes. That way I can do my own research. And so we got child support law and abortion. So abortion, I feel that if okay, so okay, so abortion is. I don't feel abortion is of God. I don't feel that God wants women to have abortions. I don't. I feel like I don't think it's a sin to have an abortion. I just feel like that's what he doesn't want. He doesn't want our people to do that. You got people who get raped, women who get raped out there. They don't want to have a child by that rapist or whatever the case is. You got women out there who have abortion, well, who are pregnant and just can't raise the child because they don't have the finances to raise the child. So now no, they might not want to put that child in a foster home or a get them adopted or whatever it is, right? So I feel every person should have every woman, because a man can have an abortion. I feel that every woman should have a choice to have an abortion. That's my final stance on that. They deserve every opportunity to. Well, okay, I say that there should be a limit of how many abortions you have. I say that the limit should be three. Three abortions. I feel that should be the law. I feel that should be the law. Okay? That should be the law. Three abortions. Fourth time you pregnant, you gotta have that baby. Because at some point, you reckon you messing with your body. Like, of course, more research has to be done because I don't know physically, I don't know the science of that. Like, oh, will their body actually be hurt? Like, Episcopal Church and United Church of Christ allow for abortion in certain circumstances. Yes, yes, yes. Such as when the mother's life is in danger or pregnancy or the pregnancy is the result of rape or incest. Thank you. Listen, I am going to start having you more on my platforms, man. just like this, just, you know, putting information that's needed when it's needed. I love this for you, brother. So, yes, the Episcopal Church. Yes, yes. So, do you understand what I'm saying? So, there's different faiths that allow abortions. Circumstances such as when a mother's life is in danger. Okay, life is in danger, or the pregnancy develop. So it looks like you have to have the baby. You don't have to have the baby if you've been raped, or incest is rape too. Well, incest is not rape because you got people that do it willingly and they might want to change their mind. So it looks like if a financial situation are not grounds for abortion. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. And that's completely understandable. Let me share this live with someone. I'm sorry. That's what it looks like to me. Okay. One second. Sweet Home Alabama type things, you're fine. Who's Sweet Home? Who's Sweet Home Alabama? Who's that? Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, if they want to have an abortion for financial reasons, that's on them. That's on them. You know. But you got to remember, these laws, the Episcopal Church, that law was written by man. Okay, so it wasn't written. It wasn't written by. It's not like it's something that was written by God or written by, you know. If you never heard of that, there is a stereotype. There's a stereo. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, I've never heard of that before, champ. Never heard of that before. I've never heard of I've never heard of those those rules. You know. You know what I'm saying? Um, I can't judge anybody. If you want to have an abortion, have an abortion. If you want to have an abortion, have an abortion. That's you know that's between that person and God. That's it. That's it. How do you feel about abortions? Do you feel that this is something that do you think that women should have a right to have an abortion, or do you think that abortion should be banned? You know, that's listen, man. If if abortions was banned, I feel that you have women out there that will go into deep. It would the psych wards, the suit. Okay, I'm not wishing anything wrong on society, but you're putting risk at psych wards being the psych ward population rising. You're putting a risk at suicidal rates rising. All of these different things. People, everybody. Do you know how many people, like, how many 15-year-old girls get abortions, and 16-year-olds get abortions, and 17-year-olds get abortions? Sometimes the parents don't even know. And even if they did know, and the parents paid for the abortion or whatever the case is, like, could you imagine a 17-year-old, who's not even mentally ready? Yeah, it happened in my school 2 years ago. Yeah. Like, could you imagine a 17-year-old who's not even mentally ready or emotionally ready to have a baby? And now they're forced to have a baby? You put at risk of this person committing suicide. You understand what I'm saying? They might not want to go to school now because they feel embarrassed. Like all these different, they're not take like you have to take in accountability. You have to take into account all these different things that can happen if a child, because these are still children, a child is a force to have a baby. You understand what I'm saying? Mistakes happen, man. Mistakes, and that's what people got to understand. Mistakes happen. You know, these people in office who want abortions to be banned, they have ways to cover up their mistakes and their mishaps. They have, trust me, they covering it up. Everybody don't know they getting their stuff taken care of. Trust me, if it needs to be, and they're doing they getting it done. Trust and believe. But if these people, if the government, the only person, I mean, well, yeah, it was Jesus, exactly, man. And I feel bad for the young lady who did the, who had did she commit did she unalive herself at your school, like, because these are things that can up the rate, like people, these a lot of these kids are not ready to have kids, man. So that's the we don't need that. We don't need that. And honestly, I don't think that they looked at it like that. I honestly feel like they didn't look at the flip side of like, yo, listen, like, what about the children who are not ready to have kids? No, she's fine. She has a boyfriend and she's 16 and she does shit, and then but she got an abortion. Oh, okay, yeah. So what you're trying to say is that she wasn't ready to have a baby. Yeah, so she wasn't ready, and if she had that baby, she probably wouldn't be the happy person that she is right now. But I'm pretty sure she learned her lesson. She's like, yo, I'm gonna make sure I protected sex. I'm make sure, you know, all these different things. It's important, man. This is important. We cannot take these things lightly, and we have to really like look into things differently and not just be selfish minded. You know, like I feel like a lot of times in religion, we can be, I don't want to say selfish minded, but very judgmental. And sometimes people are just not ready. Sometimes people are just not ready to have kids. Maybe they want to wait. If they want to have an abortion, let them have an abortion. Like, let them, that's between them and God. Whatever happens to them down the line, that's what happens to them. But there's a lot of pressure that comes from religion. And a lot of these pressures are rules that man made. These are rules that man made, and yes, these men are probably ordained and blessed by God and stuff. But like these are not rules that can peace. These are not rules that say, oh, it's a sin or you're gonna go to hell. Let's just put it like that. You're gonna go somewhere where you don't want to go. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta be. I don't know, man. I know God. I know in the Bible. I've read a couple of scriptures that went against abortion. It didn't say abortion, but it was. You gotta remember the Bible sometimes speaks in parables, so it might not say exactly what you're looking for when it comes to abortion, but there are different passages that spoke about, you know, abortions not being of God, or the act of killing a child or unaliving a child not being an act of God. So, on your own time, you can always, read that and follow up on it and see, you might have a different outlook, about abortions. You know, everybody's situation is different. Everybody's situation is different. You know, um, and in religion, we have to be careful. Be careful when we speak on these things, and be careful not to judge and support our youth, support our young brothers and sisters who might, even though they might not believe the way we believe, we still should support them and be there for them. You understand what I'm saying? As long as you're not robbing from nobody and killing nobody. Yeah, that's a baby that you're killing, but moreover, that's different. That's different. It's not illegal to have a baby. It's not illegal. Okay? So, wow. Great conversation tonight. Fat Joe had an interview on Math Hoffa's podcast the other day, and I meant to watch it. Oh my God. Because Fat Joe, he does great interviews. He's a great interviewee. He's a great interviewer. You understand what I'm saying? And, he does a great job, And there was a little discrepancy on the Math Hoffa podcast he was on the other day. And I really still don't get the whole gist of like what they was really talking about. I keep hearing people saying, he's saying that black people didn't start hip hop or didn't create hip hop. It started with a Jamaican or Puerto Rican or something like that. Like, I'm not sure what he said because I didn't see it, but I did see little clips. About, I saw little clips of the podcast the other day, but I still don't have the guts of what he said that people are so in an uproar of, and they're like emotional about it. So Matt Hoffa took the video down. He took the episode down, so nobody's able to see it. 9712 says, in everything you do, be careful to treat others in the same way you would want them. Yeah. Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. Simple. Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. Cash App, right there. Big Picture Harlem. Donate, my people. Donate to the Cash App. You understand what I'm saying? That way the platform could grow and it can go to higher heights and different levels. All right? Donations go to books. Donations go to me donating to another foundation or donating to somebody else. Donate to the platform. You support me, I support you. That's how the world goes, man. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah. So Math Hoffa took the video down, so we can't. I don't know what it must have been. Listen, it must have been something that didn't make any sense. It must have been something that was going ruffled too many feathers. So shout out to Math Hoffa for taking that down. Shout out to Math Hoffa for taking that down because obviously we ain't need that. I just hope that when a lot of people were saying that when he was saying certain things that they shouldn't have been laughing with Fat Joe, or like they just started laughing, and that should have been the time for them to correct Fat Joe or to just speak up, more or less. It's pretty easy to ruffle feathers nowadays. Yes. It's so easy to ruffle feathers nowadays because everybody does not have the same opinion. And we have to respect other people's opinions. That's what it is. So whatever opinion Fat Joe has, unless we have facts that he's wrong, we have to respect his opinion. It's all an opinion. Shoot, hip-hop is an opinion. You understand what I'm saying? It's opinion. Ain't no facts in hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no facts. But listen, man. I think we had a good live tonight. We rocked out for an hour and a half. what is this? We rocked out for an hour and a half. We had some good energy. And listen, no, Nova, I want to thank you for tapping in, bro. Like, keep your head up. I'm definitely gonna be on live tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow too, so I'm gonna be on live tomorrow. I'm listen. I go live almost every day, so just make sure you hit the notification button. That way you can be notified once I go live. Tell your friends and family about the live too. Also, send me DMs in my media page, Big Picture Media Harlem. Send me DMs about different topics you want to talk about that you feel we need to talk about. That way I can do research on them before I come on the live. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, DM me. Feel free to DM me what topics you think that we should talk about. That way we can discuss them. I can put them in my stories, letting people know these are the topics we're going to talk about. I'll be able to do more research on them, and we can the shoot the shoot the shots. You know what I'm saying? Shoot out shots. You know what I mean? So listen, everybody have a blessed night. Um, Happy Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve, if that makes sense. If you want to go out there, get your shopping done, go get your shopping done. Remember, all those stores are going to be closing early today around 7 p.m. So make sure you get there early. Get there early. All right. One love. And listen, man, remember, Christmas is not about presents. It's about the presence of God. All right. One love.